you already lose him in the makeup, but his performance transcends the makeup. It's incredible. His performance, at least for me, I just really like his character. And I'm not talking about from a Batman fan angle. I'm talking about just as an actor and who's doing this performance. It's an incredible performance right here.
Well, that year you had two of these kind of, heavily made up performances. One was him as the Penguin, and the other was Jared Leto as Gucci. And you got to admit, they both disappeared into the makeup to where you could not tell what actor was really there.
You know what? Jared Leto did as good with that role as good as Colin Farrell would have done if he actually went and played a penguin.
Yeah.
If he would have went around talking about, Jared Leto talking about, you break up my heart. It's a me, a Jared Leto. Put that fool in the Mario movie. A big birthday gift for me, my birthday's next month. A big birthday gift for me is if you came out to see the 1 year anniversary of me doing sit down comedy at the Broadway Comedy Club. Going to be back in the Red Room September 27th. Oz will join me later as we just sit down and just lollygag with the audience. And then we're going to have all of you up for open mic. And that show, again, is going to be 9 p.m. at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's a Friday. Get your tickets now by going over to BroadwayComedyClub.com. And a lot of people have been asking for that R-rated Batman out there. It's all these heroes are going R-rated. Why can't Batman do it? And you know what? There is a very good way to do an R-rated Batman. Take out Batman. Because they've already done it.
Uh-huh.
Joker made a whole movie where he went crazy.
Yeah.
R-rated wackiness. No Batman in sight. Well, little Bruce was in there,
little Bruce,
but that don't count.
Yeah, right, he wasn't Batman.
No, he wanted to run around with them pointy ears and that cape. No, so, taking Batman out of a movie can let you have that rated R Batman. Well, at least the world of Batman. And this removes a lot of things. No longer are you sometimes a comic book property anymore. Sometimes you're a movie about a mentally ill person who just put on clown makeup.
Sure.
Failed comedian. But he ain't got no superpowers. He ain't got no lair. He ain't putting bombs all around the city.
No acid squirting flowers.
No. He ain't walking around a big ass mallet.
He's not driving a car shaped like his face.
No. Yet. But so you're no longer kind of a comic book property. No cartoony tones here. No fantasy hero fighting a colorful costume supervillains out there, as you said, driving the supervillain mobile and all that kind of stuff. Also, when you get to what we have right here, you sometimes don't even have this reliance of depending on huge, big budget spectacles or set pieces. And some people say, well, shit, what do you have left when you remove all of that?
That's often my question.
Yes. Well, that ain't Batman no more. You take all that out.
You strip so much away, it's like, well, this is a whole new thing now.
Yeah. I don't know. Quit calling this shit Batman. Right. Batman ain't even here.
Right. Leave my name out of it.
From the world of Batman. I don't do that shit.
I ain't seen no Batman here.
No, hell no. When you sitting up here Batmanless, trying to still sell the movie with him. Well, in this case, with the show The Penguin, what you have is a dramatic crime thriller and a character-driven gangster story. And people are like, where's Batman? I don't hear that. Don't sit up here throwing fancy descriptions at me.
I've seen 100 of those.
Yeah.
I'm here for Batman. How's it Batman related?
No, don't sit up here and talk about that's the Penguin. That's Fat Guido right there.
Yeah, where's the nose? Where's the umbrella?
Yeah, where's the umbrella?
Where's the top hat?
Yeah. Don't sit up here and tell this damn this fat Italian dude is the Penguin. No, I don't want to hear that shit. Don't do that. Well, you know what? That is a fair question, even a fair criticism. Although this is not called Batman or the Batman, in all fairness, it is called The Penguin.
Yeah, but Come on.
People,
Who are you bullshit?
yeah, stop spinning this shit, man. Slow down. Quit going in the twirls and circles. I know what you're trying to do, and I'm not buying it.
Take off your tap shoes.
Yeah, sometimes, listen, you can spin all you want to, but you spinning away from the source. At this point, why even call it, I don't care about calling it Batman. Why even call it a Batman property? Try to pull all them okey dokes on me and everything. You think I'm stupid? I'm not. Well, folks, I'm not trying to tell you you're stupid. I'm not. All I'm saying is, sometimes, and we've seen it, sometimes it works to that property's advantage to take that departure, as bold as it may be. Hey, even if it's from a business angle, the Joker made $1 billion.
Sure.
So for the studio, it worked for them and worked for some fans out there. Sometimes people say, you know what? Sometimes in order to give us something new, you have to take that great departure. And that's kind of what we have here with the Penguin. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer. And I'm going to start out with the man himself right here, Colin Farrell, because a lot of people still don't know he plays the Penguin.
God,
Man, he's scared, Mark. What?
He just looks sick right there. Look at him.
What?
Like you're like, man, you okay? You don't look like what? What's wrong with how I look?
Yeah, he's what he's saying really wrong right now. What's wrong? Why are you jumping?
No, nothing, man. It's cool.
You got something to eat? You know it is. See, you just got shocked because you saw him as that fat gangster.
No,
Now
he looks skinny for Colin Farrell right there.
Oh, maybe it's for a role.
I hope so. Maybe The Machinist 2 or something.
Yeah, maybe he's playing Plastic Man next. We'll see. But hey, let's take a look at this trailer for The Penguin, which I saw. At least I saw 5 episodes. There's 8 episodes that are coming out. And it's going to be released weekly.
What a tease.
How's that?
They give you 5.
No.
They gave you all 8.
They gave me all 8.
Okay, you only got to watch
I only
5.
got to 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because we had some problems with my account and I could not get the episodes as early as I wanted. So I only had time today to watch 5. And that's a big effort considering that each episode is an hour or more sometimes. But I did as much as I could. Is it enough to judge this show and give you a fair critique? Or is them even making a show like this, is it worth it for the fans who really love Batman and you remove Batman from the picture completely? Let's take a look at the trailer and I'll be back with my review.
Hi, I'm Colin Farrell. Check out the trailer for my new series, The Penguin.
Damn, you look high as hell tonight.
Yeah.
I'm Colin Farrell, or am I?
And I want a sandwich so bad you don't even know.
Trust me, it's just the beginning.
This is so Batmanless. They don't even mention Batman. And this is after Batman went all across the city acting a fool.
Right.
They mention the Riddler all around this movie, but they don't say nothing about Batman. They don't say things like, hey, you remember that crazy guy in that armor with the bat ears that came in and beat us up? They don't say anything like that.
Because I was thinking like maybe this takes place before it's an origin, but he says Falcone's dead, which he died in the Batman. So, okay.
No, maybe Batman beat their ass so much they didn't want to mention his name.
Don't talk about it. You say his name, he might show up again.
Shit, he might have a bat bug in here listening. I don't get that ass whooping him I did last time. Batman had them so shook. They don't even say his name in Gotham no more. At least not the criminals. Yeah, they mentioned the Riddler all around the movie. Because the events are still affecting what's happening in this show.
Yeah.
And if y'all remember the Batman, the Riddler was pretty much a terrorist who planted bombs all around the city and then flooded the city. And so the after effects of that are definitely being mentioned here and woven into the story. But just to get right to it, so we're talking about, is this such a departure that this is barely even a Batman property anymore? And they could have done this with anything. And the answer is, yeah, they could have probably done this with anything, just change the names and some of the locations. Gotham could be changed to another name. These characters could be changed. But I love this, man.
Yeah.
Look, if taking Batman out of a Batman movie or story works this well, tell his ass to go take a break and sit down.
That's what it takes, huh?
If that's what it takes, because listen, y'all, it's like really, just go sit down and just take a breather,
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of you, and it's been nice. We just saw Cape Crusader, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But man, I really enjoyed at least the 5 episodes that I've seen with this. So, we've had Batman villain origin stories before, but really none told like this, except for maybe Joker.
Yeah.
But, and I would say that they have something in common where, it took the same approach where they made this very grounded, even more grounded than there was in the Batman. And I'm gonna tell you, man, it's not, doing that. They haven't done anything new. This is still the gangsters' ambitious rise to the top.
Yeah.
And when I mean by rise to the top, I'm talking about for respect as much as money. The Penguin here, he ain't nothing but an ugly brokefoot Tony Montana.
Yeah.
Because he wants the same thing. He wants the money, but more, he wants respect from all those he thinks looks down on him, man. This is even more grounded than The Dark Knight. It's even more grounded than the thing it comes from, the Batman. They even changed his name. They said, we don't want no cartoon comic book ass name like Cobblepot.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, it's Oz Cobb. Now,
okay.
Now it sounds like a salad that you might order.
But hold the bacon on mine.
Yeah. Hold the bacon, hold the cheese. Leave the boiled egg in there. The Oz Cobb, only Applebee's. But and a lot, man, that change has a lot of people up in arms. A lot of people say, man, what's the big deal taking the pot off of it? It's so that's stupid. Like, listen, it's one of those small details. Don't get hung up on that. You're not going to even notice when you watch the show. If you do, then you're just being an asshole. But this is it's an old thing because, people love the movie gangster archetype.
Sure.
Because for all of us who've seen Goodfellas, why do we like those guys at the beginning of Goodfellas? As crazy and sociopathic and just deplorable as these people are, they seem like regular guys sometimes.
Yeah.
They got these great magnetic personalities.
Yeah.
Until shit goes down.
Yeah.
And either they get desperate, money gets in the way, or they're just in a bad mood. And you see them for the criminals and murderers that they really are, the horrible people that they are.
Yeah.
But, that's kind of what you have here. They take a little further with Oz Cobb over here. And that character really pulls you in. Well, first of all, thanks to just this mesmerizing performance by Colin Farrell. If you liked Colin Farrell in The Batman, I mean, I can see why they wanted to give him a show here and spin it off because it's an amazing performance. Because everybody talked about the makeup. And that makeup job is incredible. A lot of people sitting there at home right now talking about, wait a minute, that's Colin Farrell?
Right.
That was him the whole time?
Right.
Yeah, people. The makeup job is so good. The flesh looks like real flesh that you already lose him in the makeup, but his performance transcends the makeup. It's incredible. His performance, at least for me, I just really like his character. And I'm not talking about from a Batman fan angle. I'm talking about just as an actor and who's doing this performance. It's an incredible performance right here.
Well, that year you had 2 of these kind of, heavily made up performances. One was him as the Penguin, and the other was Jared Leto as Gucci. And you got to admit, they both disappeared into the makeup to where you could not tell what actor was really there.
You know what? Jared Leto did as good with that role as good as Colin Farrell would have done if he actually went and played a penguin.
Yeah.
If he would have went around talking about, Jared Leto talking about, you break up my heart. It's a me, a Jared Leto. Put that fool in the Mario movie. But no, Colin Farrell is, and even, he's doing almost kind of a stereotypical Italian gangster accent, but it's still great because the character's written so well. That's one of the reasons you really want to watch this, because that character, we're not creating some comic book origin here. Oh, Batman, you made me mad. Look what you did. Look what you made me do.
Right.
No, this is a guy. This character's written so well that he's a terrible person, yes, all around this guy is a horrible person. He's a murderer. Yes, we see him murder with ease in here. Also, he's a constant backstabber. Everybody talking about, why you hanging out with him? You know you can't trust him. I can't wait for him to like stab you in your ass too. Watch you, and it's gonna happen. You wait and see. You know, he called him the Penguin. I was probably gonna call his ass the Weasel because he cannot be trusted.
The Scorpion.
Yeah. Y'all a bunch of frogs. But despite all that, I still feel sympathy for him. Just a little bit, because, you know, the thing is, look, I would never do the horrible things that this man does, but I get it. I can say, listen, you can't do this
for
stuff.
the devil, huh?
Yeah, sympathy for the devil, sympathy for the Penguin. You know, I'm giving all kind of sympathy out right now, man, because like I said, I would never do it, but I would visit him in jail and be like, man, I'm sorry this had to go down like this, but I get why you did it. Now you got to be here, but I get why you did it. Because, you know, this is a series. And the beauty of a TV series over a movie is that we get those episodes where we just get to explore the character.
Yes.
And, you know, we get to see the you know, and spend time with him where we see where his ambitions come from. You know, and everybody's giving him a hard time because of his looks. You know, the way he actually does waddle.
Yeah, I see that he does waddle.
And when he takes that shoe off, you see why he waddled. Boy, every toe is pointing a different direction.
Oh, dang. I knew a guy like that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, his toes were in different directions and it calcified.
Oh, that's him.
Okay.
Yeah, your man had the penguin disease. Yeah, not one toe is pointed straight and all of them pointing in all of them toes confused.
Yeah.
It's like when he took the shot, like, God damn. I mean, just things like that because he's pretty much just saying he's disfigured.
He couldn't take that money and go see a foot doctor.
They show you he's not, you know, he gets money, but, you know, he's not giving enough for them to like, for him to spend money on that. And no one really cares about him like that. Yeah. You know, that's what, you see, you look at this character, like no one cares about him. And he feels like he doesn't have a chance because everybody talks about, everybody talks about his looks. The way he's waddled, the way he's disfigured. He's not just being disrespected, but he's being laughed at to his face. They open his mouth up and just shove shit in it, man.
Damn.
Yeah, they not literally, but you know, but figuratively, you know, he's constantly eating shit. Everybody just laughs at him. Yeah, and a lot of times he just sits back and takes it because he's like, I'm the driver, you know, I'm the low man, you know, and plus he's been conditioned to believe that life is cruel, you know, and the only way to catch a break is to be ruthless because nobody's going to give you anything. You know, and you see where it comes from. Yeah, because I mean, the beginning of the show, it opens with him being laughed at. And he didn't do anything. He was supporting somebody. And they said, oh, you think you like me? You're like, no, I'm just giving a compliment. No, you think you like me. Oh, how cute. You really think you can do that? I mean, it's adorable, but you know you ain't shit, right? They said, somebody called him, they said, you just a little bitch. They actually said that to him. Oh. Yeah, and I feel like, oh, man, he just sitting up there the whole time, just like, yeah. And that classic gangster stereotype, or that type rather that I'm talking about, you know, that comes down to him being, he is a down to earth kind of guy sometimes. You know, he's kind of a likable guy, but that comes in because he wants friends. You know, he takes this teenager under his wing, pun intended, by the way. This kid named Vic. And I forgot Renzi Feliz plays him. He takes him under his wing and tries to teach him the ropes of the streets and being a gangster. And it's not because he needs another lackey; it's because he's lonely. The Penguin, really, he's he just wants he needs somebody to. And there's a reason why, you know, certain circumstances lead them to like cross their paths and makes him like become his lackey. But at the same time, you see that he's just happy to have somebody. Like, I could have killed you, but, you know, you got potential. It's like, he doesn't mean potential as a gangster. He means potential as my BFF, you know? And they don't make it they don't go around, you know, playing, let me tell you about my best friend. They're very subtle with it. You have to kind of read like, oh, he's being really hard on this kid. He's yelling at this kid. He's intimidating this kid. He almost like intimidates people to be his friend. But then they'll have moments where they're sitting down drinking a slushie.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is really what he's looking for. And nobody gave it to him. And there's a moment with those two where I don't want to reveal too much, but he feels betrayed by this kid. And you really do feel like his feelings being hurt.
Yeah.
The Penguin. Yeah, it's a lot that they do with that character, you know, and that I thought was very good. And the only thing that's sad about it is like this kid he stutters, and he's a good kid, and he's always tried to do the right thing. And he's
why is he
innocent.
hanging out with the penguin?
That's what I said. He feels like he doesn't have a choice.
Oh.
You'd have to see why, but he even tells somebody like, I think I can't leave. So,
Oh, shit.
but you know, this kid is actually kind of he's getting no respect either. So those two are kind of finding each other, and the only thing that's sad about it is like this kid is so innocent. You see him just being corrupted by this guy at some point, and it really is kind of heartbreaking to see. At the same time, you're in conflict because it's like, well, you two are so good for each other right now. But the big plot line here is that, like I said, it's this ascension to power. And of course, you know, that means taking over all the gangs and all the families in Gotham to get to where you want. And he does that with the character of Sophia here. So Sophia Falcone. Yeah, the daughter of Carmine Falcone, played, and this is another great performance. Christine Milioti. Yeah, she who is just about as ruthless as Oz, and as you can see, even crazier.
Right.
She did 10 years in Arkham.
Yeah, when they like, where has she been? Oh, Arkham? You're like, no, what?
When she walks in the room, everybody just kind of like, crazy bitch. They don't look. But they even give you a sympathetic story about her in her stint in Arkham. And again, that's the benefit of having this be an episodic series. And she actually gives a great performance too. Hell, she got them big ass eyes.
I know.
That just makes her look crazy. You know, everything is working in this, man. For me, everything is actually, they have this gritty, as I said, more realistic feel to it. And this Gotham is just it's even more grounded, like I said, than the movie. In the movie, you know, you still had these huge buildings that almost look like something out of Tim Burton's Batman. Here, Gotham just a dirty ass city.
Oh,
that's all it is. It's just nasty. Yeah, you know, and like you can see the difference between like that, and then the Batman here.
Sure,
you know, you can already see. They had these tall, majestic, Gothic buildings. They kind of removed that, just made this, probably because of budget too. So they grounded that more. It's a cool gangster story. Yet the drama works to kind of help it rise above that and keeps us from just being either, you know, a rehash or a comic book version of that. The drama is really what works here. And again, it's because of a lot of the performances here. But, you know, this is also just a big character piece.
Okay.
You know, you're just following this guy and seeing all the nuances of what makes him what he is. And you can't really just say, you know, this character is black and white, or, you know, this character is just evil.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to sit back and say, you can understand, even though you would never do the atrocities that he does. Like I said, man, it works so well that, you know, if you change the name of the characters and not call the city Gotham, it could be its own thing outside of Batman. And I say almost because, like I said, the story is still influenced a lot. This actually works very well. I'm kind of glad they continued that. You know, people still suffering the aftermath of the flooding of Gotham.
Sure.
And it has it's just made crime go even crazier, which, you know, of course, makes it easier for him to try to achieve his goals. Oz Cobb, that is. And he's still the Penguin. You know, even though he looks different, there's so many characteristics of the Penguin in him still.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
I mean, he still waddles.
Yeah.
He has an umbrella when he's walking
Does
around
he?
sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you can see that his nose is still kind of pointy. Yeah. I mean, they just do a caricature of it. I'll go back to the, you know, comic book source of this.
Okay. Well, you know, back with the TV show Gotham, they had a penguin who didn't look anything like the penguin.
Yeah, he was skinny, right?
Yeah. He was skinny. But that guy was just so awesome. And it's funny how that story, that Penguin from Gotham, so much of what you're saying, I was like, these elements carry over.
Yeah, no, it means, even then they kind of start to teeter over to like more comic book stuff. This would never do that. And that makes me curious, how can they fit, even though this exists outside Batman, and I'm glad, because listen, I only saw 5 episodes. So far, like I said, not even a mention of Batman. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the last 3.
Yeah, he might show up.
He might show up, and I can't wait to watch the last 3. But so far, nothing. And if they continue that way, that'll be great. But it is making me curious. If they decide to make another movie, or when Batman does have to come in, what are they going to do? How can they actually bring in Batman again, or other exaggerated Batman villains into this world? They kind of already did it. My he's a gangster. He's kind of a just I'm not gonna say average, but he's a realistic gangster.
Sure.
The Riddler was a terrorist. You can't really say he was a cackling supervillain.
Yeah.
Walking around wearing questions all over his suit and everything. I wonder what they're going to do next. They're talking about doing Mr. Freeze. What are you going to do? Just stuff people in refrigerators or something?
That's what I wonder about when they talk about, because they make this so grounded and they say Mr. Freeze. I'm like, how do you do that? Because this story's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a way to do it.
Yeah.
And the way, because this show is also very violent. And it goes way beyond. They made sure that the Batman was PG. They let loose on this. They even had a woman walk by and flash some titty. This is very much rated R.
Okay.
It's very violent.
Okay.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of blood, a lot of death, a lot of murder and killing in this. After watching 5 episodes, I would say that maybe a potential problem here is that there's just a lot of subplots. I can feel already, there's a lot going on, and it's already a lot to keep up with. So I'm wondering, how all of these are going to resolve themselves. It's going to get too much. It's going to get too entangled in all these subplots. I don't know. I could see it getting there, but so far it's manageable.
Yeah.
But it's a lot to juggle right now. But that's not too much of a distraction from this. I really, if you couldn't tell right now, just these performances in these characters and seeing how everything, how we go in with these characters and examine what makes them with the drama that we have here. I'm enjoying this a lot. I really am. I
was nervous about this.
I mean, you might not like it. I might just be.
Well, no. I mean, look, everything you're showing in the trailer looks really good, and everything you said sounds pretty good. I was just nervous. I was like, this looks like it could work, maybe not. And then I didn't read the reviews. I just saw a bunch of headlines saying the Penguin waddles onto HBO, or just things that would like kind of making it sound like, it's kind of dull. So it sounds like it's not. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, but listen. That's me. I might be the guy. I might be that one dude that likes this. And, I got 3 more episodes to go. I would probably give this, give it full price. I enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it.
You really did.
Yeah. And like I said, I want to continue watching it.
You got me hyped to see it.
Yeah, well, don't let me hype you up too much now. Don't let me build up your expectations.
I know.
But this really could be me just enjoying the performance of Colin Farrell, and everything could be bullshit here.
No, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but and it does. I mean, like the cinematography is it's even grittier than the movie. I'm just enjoying this take, man. It's kind of refreshing.
Yeah. And that whole thing with Sophia Carmine. Sophia Falcone has me really interested.
She is great. I mean, listen, even if this premise is not great for y'all, just watch some of the performances here. You don't even have to watch the whole series. Just go in and watch some of the performances. Colin Farrell is so fun to watch. And this relationship that he has with this kid is so fun to watch develop. You wonder why he's his friend. Yeah. I just check it out for yourself, y'all. See what you think. No big deal if people don't like it. But I do think that even if you don't like it as a whole, there's just bits and pieces of things in there that will keep your interest, at least for a couple of episodes to watch. And who knows, you might want to watch for the whole thing. But yeah. Somebody said I'm giving a full price because I saw them titties. No, I saw one titty, and I almost gave it a low full price because of that. I didn't get both titties.
Oh yeah, you don't like that.
It would have been better than sex. I had both titties. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.